is the real Cain Velasquez.
A domination tonight. Cain Velasquez, a two-time UFC heavyweight champion.
What he brings to the table, we've never seen before out of any of the previous heavyweight champions.
He is a complete MMA fighter.
Vicious ground and pound, big head kick. What a combination of superhuman cardio. Slams him down.
Wow! That is some serious power!
Oh, big right hand.
Lesnar's in big trouble! It is all over!
You know, I always visualize a war in my head, and that keeps my head focused. You know, this is a tough fight. Bigfoot has a lot of power.
Oh!
He's definitely dangerous, but I use that to my advantage.
Knockout of Alistair Overeem was one of the best knockouts we've ever seen inside the octagon. Bigfoot Silva is a very, very dangerous fight for Cain Velasquez. He's an enormous man with ferocious intent.
Big shot. He's out.
God help the guy who's in the ring with that dude.
That's a scary, scary man.
Tenho certeza que eu vou conquistar esse cinturão.
I'm just the wrong guy to fight against. I will defeat Antonio Silva, and I'm going to keep that belt with me for a long time.
These are the biggest, scariest, baddest dudes on planet Earth.
Joe, that dude he's just so big.
He's enormous. And you know what? He's smaller than he used to be. When he fought Tom Erickson, he was over 300 pounds. That was, you know, he has gigantism. He had a tumor on his pituitary gland. He had to have that removed to be able to compete in the United States. And before he had that done, he was much larger. He has to cut weight to make 265 pounds. He's an enormous guy. And he's also a very skillful guy. Obviously, with his strikes, we saw that in the Alistair Overeem fight, but with his jiu-jitsu as well. He's a legitimate black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu who has a terrifying mount. And that's where he beat down Fedor Emelianenko. Once he got on top of him, it was like getting mounted by a building. Fedor couldn't get him off him no matter what he tried, and Bigfoot smashed him with those gigantic lunchbox fists. He's a dangerous man.
He put on a clinic against Fedor. He has trained for years at American Top Team. Glover Teixeira was there with him. Pedro Hizzo, one of his training partners there, Steve Mako. But one thing that will be interesting to look for tonight will be if Silva throws any leg kicks, because in the first fight, he threw a kick early. It led to the takedown for Cain Velasquez. Then came the elbow, the cut, and the fight was over there soon after.
Well, he said he was very nervous in that fight. That was his UFC debut, and to have your UFC debut against a former UFC champion is a tall order, and he fell short. But since then, stopped Travis Brown, who's one of the toughest guys in the division, and then absolutely destroyed Alistair Overeem. Bigfoot has a lot of momentum behind him. He also has a history of beating some very, very high-level competition. So he's been there and done that. And this is an amazing opportunity for him to both get revenge, and he's got a shot at the heavyweight championship.
Silva so dynamic with his striking against Alistair Overeem to put himself in position to fight tonight for the title. 14 of his 18 career wins have come by knockout. Silva, the first fighter to finish Fedor because of strikes in Emelianenko's 35-fight career. And then against Overeem more recently in the UFC. Once he found an opening, he was precise and powerful.
And he was very patient in that fight.
Yes, he
Alistair
was.
won the first 2 rounds, and Bigfoot was just looking for his opportunity. And when he landed with vicious intent. And that subsequent, the follow-up punches was just absolutely amazing.
Antonio Bigfoot Silva challenging tonight for the UFC Heavyweight Championship. He is the UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Cain Velasquez.
And that man is a very unusual athlete. For a heavyweight, he has unbelievable cardio. He can keep a pace that very few people in the 265-pound weight class can keep up with. He has crisp, technical strikes. He doesn't waste any movement, never throws wild, looping things that, you know, when you see him, he never exerts too much energy in throwing punches or in his takedowns. He's always in the proper position. Because of his discipline, because of his technique, he's able to push a pace that is just really unheralded in the UFC's heavyweight division. We've never seen a guy like him before. And in order to beat him, you're going to have to stop him, and you're going to have to figure out a way to stop him early, because if you have to keep up with him, it's most likely that he's going to have better cardio than you.
That has only happened once, and that was in November of 2011 at the hands of Junior Dos Santos when he knocked him out 1 minute and 4 seconds into the fight. Other than that, Velasquez has been perfect in his UFC career. 2-time All-American wrestler at Arizona State. That could be a huge factor in this matchup, the wrestling ability of Cain Velasquez.
Well, he really, truly is a complete fighter. The way he delivers his techniques, both his kicking techniques, his knees, his punches, everything he does is textbook. His wrestling, he chains wrestling takedowns together the way a lightweight guy does. It's used very rare in the heavyweight division. You see a guy, he goes for one technique, he tries to follow through. If it doesn't happen, he reassesses. Cain chains them over and over and over again until he gets you.
Velasquez landed 111 significant strikes and 11 takedowns against Junior Dos Santos when he earned the belt once again. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. The champion is 3 years younger than the challenger, who is 6'4", weighed in at 263 pounds, and will have a 5-inch reach advantage. With the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, with Chairman Bill Brady, Executive Director Keith Kaiser, Commissioners Francisco Aguilar, Skip Avancino, TJ Day, and Pat Lundvall. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Chris Lee, Junichiro Kamiho, and Lester Griffin. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mario Yamasaki. is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. From the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter holding a professional record, 18 wins, 4 losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 263 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, by way of Brasilia, Brazil, Antonio Bigfoot Silva! And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler and a kickboxer, holding a professional record, 11 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 240 pounds. Fighting out of San Jose, California, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Cain Velasquez!
I gave you guys instructions in the locker room. I want you guys to do a clean fight. Follow my orders all the time. Defend yourself all the times. You ready? Vamos pra luta.
Cain Velasquez. Bigfoot Silva. Fight scheduled for 5-minute rounds. There you go, first round, you ready? You ready? Let's go, come on! Here we go! White trunks for Bigfoot. Velasquez in the black trunks, looks for the takedown early.
Immediately gets a single and Bigfoot got out of it.
Right hand.
Good defense by Silva. Hand up high. Dodge that.
Velasquez will utilize a lot of movement. Silva pushes forward.
The fact that he was able to stuff 2 takedowns in a row is huge for Silva. He needs to continue that, and he needs to get off some offense.
Cain lands takedowns at a very high efficiency.
What's important in this fight as well is that Bigfoot remains patient. He has 5 rounds to try to take this title. And for Cain, he does what he does. He comes at you and he never stops.
Yeah, he's a machine. Caught him with a big right hand.
By Cain.
Cain trying to finish his fight early.
That's it.
Velasquez looking for the win. And it is all over. Cain Velasquez defends his heavyweight championship.
Bigfoot is protesting, but there's no doubt about it. That was a good stoppage. A clean right hand by the champion. Dropped Bigfoot, and then the follow-up punches left him helpless. Let's take a look at that right hand again. Perfect timing and the speed of the champion. Bigfoot moved forward, and Cain countered brilliantly. Bing, bing. And you see no wasted movement in that punch, in any of his punches. That's one of the great things about Cain, how technically sound his striking is. Let's see it again. Bing, bing. Bigfoot moves forward, and moving forward, Cain nails him twice before he can even respond, and then swarms on him. He's not defending himself. Mario's warning him. 1-2, boom, drops to his knee, and then swarms on him. Well-placed punches, only 1 straight illegal, but you can tell that's just in the middle of the flurry.
Cain Velasquez defends his title And he does so with a first-round knockout of Bigfoot Silva with the official decision. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 21 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Cain Velasquez.
Great job done by Cain Velasquez. And here's Joe.
I am here with the champion and still champion. First of all, how good does it feel to get the first title defense out of the way?
I don't think about it as a defend the title, get the title. I want to win every fight against the best guys, and this just comes along with it. So I'm just blessed tonight, and just want to say thanks, you know.
Let's take a look at the right hand that you caught Bigfoot with. You nailed him with a beautiful left-right as he was moving in. What was the game plan coming into this fight, and did anything happen that you didn't expect?
Game plan again was moving a lot. The important thing was not staying in front of him, moving, looking for the takedowns, looking for the punches, but never staying in front of him.
Now, I know you had a chance to watch Junior Sagano's fight earlier. Give us your thoughts on what is probably the #1 contender now, the former champion, and what it would be to have another fight with him again.
He looked good tonight. He's tough. He's always been tough, you know. Just want to thank everybody who helped me, a.k.a. Joe Grasso.